Hello there, I'm here with Nick Mongan, Hemsley Fraser Virtual Learning Consultant. We're going to be today looking at a quick tour of the virtual collaboration tools that we use here at Hemsley Fraser. And we're starting off here with Microsoft Teams. So Nick, welcome. If you could just tell us a little bit about what the platform is and how you use it.
Hi John, yeah, pleased to do that. Just to give everyone a quick overview of each of our platforms. We're starting with Microsoft Teams. And we use Teams a lot, really, on a day-to-day basis. It's a really good platform for collaborating amongst ourselves at Hemsley Fraser. So it's replacing, I guess you might say, the traditional telephone call between colleagues. And there's a few things that you can do within the platform. So John, you'll be able to activate your meeting controls just by moving your mouse. So if you do that, you'll get a little menu that pops up. And the first thing that we probably would always recommend that people do is enable their webcams. So that might not be a natural thing for everybody in the modern meetings platform, but we encourage that people do that. There should be an icon there, John. If you click on it, there you are. So nice to see you. Really great way of collaborating around the room and people being able to introduce some of those meeting techniques, if you like, into the virtual platform. So no one really cares what your hair looks like at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. The value of having your webcam enabled in these sessions we think is really practical, and a lot of people really resonate with that, from building a bit of rapport and when you can't always be in the same place with your colleagues, it's a really handy way of being able to introduce some of that into the room. You can chat in the classroom as well. In that same panel, you'll see that there is a way that you can enable the conversation, so you can stop or start the conversation. We've got that running at the minute. You can see there's a chat panel over on the right hand side of the screen, and also some emoticons as well that you can use. So whereas we'll be having meetings with maybe a high number of people, there's invariably a few channels of communication running in the room. Teams is also great for shared learning as well. There's a really cool way of connecting with folks outside of the meeting room that we're in, sharing files and instantly collaborating and updating documents as well has been a real good use of Teams that we've seen. What we don't currently use it for at the moment is training. So we're seeing clients use it to collaborate, but maybe not train as much. Some typical uses of training platforms include things like breakout rooms and a really strong whiteboard function, and even being able to annotate on slides as well, which we don't currently do in Teams. So we would probably use one of our other platforms if there was a training need that was going on that needed a little bit more than videoing and collaborating in an online space as well. But you can share content in that same toolbar. There is a little menu there which allows you to share your screen and therefore share content with the folks in the room as well. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like, I'm now beginning to present to the room. I can do that here and I can present the slides, which works really well if that's all you need to do. So at this point, I'm not asking people to annotate on my slide, and by that I mean write on the slide, which is a common technique we use in virtual classroom, but I am sharing content and it works well in that. So if all you're doing is sharing some information with a group of folks, but you don't need them to be actively participating and transferring learning, then Teams is a pretty good option, which is readily available and probably enterprise-wide as well.
Thanks, Nick.